我国著名拳击手董建军身高2米11，和姚明都差不多高。这位拳击手基本上都是在外国打比赛，和他打的外国人没有站着下擂台的。
Well, Taishan is often called the Great Wall of China, and you can see why. His introduction to sports started with basketball.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Both men are in the ring. Let's get the official introduction from Ray Flores.
Introducing first, fighting to my left out of the red corner. He comes in wearing red trunks trimmed with white. His official weight, 269 pounds. A 5-fight veteran that enters the ring with a record of 3 wins against 2 defeats. All of his wins coming by way of knockouts. From Memphis, Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen, here is Roy McCrary. And his adversary fighting to my right out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing gold trunks trimmed with red. His official weight, 282 pounds. His record a perfect 1, 2 bouts, 2 victories. Both of his wins coming by way of knockouts. Hailing from Beijing, China, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undefeated referee in charge here to give instructions is Ray Corona.
2 seconds. This is good right here. This is good right here. Listen to my commands. Touch gloves. God bless. All the way back. Mr. Russell.
Well, here we go. As you take a look at just how big Taishan is. Again, 7 feet tall.
Debbie, you're my
His reach, 84 inches.
I don't know if I've ever seen a guy with that long and big of a reach. I mean, then again, you rarely see a guy with this tall as well. So, again, we want to see the progression, though. It's a matter of is he going to continue to show the ability, little by little, each fight and get better, so they can move on to contention later on.
Well, he's got a new trainer, Buddy McGirt, making their second fight together. Taishan in those gold trunks, Roy McCrary in the red trunks, the white trim. He said, when he looked at the size of Taishan, which is intimidated his first 2 opponents, he said this is the reason why he took the fight. He felt like he's too big, too awkward, and that he was going to use his skill and ability to win this fight. We'll see. There's a stiff jab by Taishan. One thing Taishan said he worked on in camp, distance. Worked on his punches. And he does look a lot more in control from when we saw him in his debut.
Yeah, he looks like he has at least a sense of wanting to measure his distance. The thing about being that tall, it can be an advantage if you know how to use it, but it can be a disadvantage if you don't know how to use it. Proper punching distance is important. So when you're that tall, you have to punch from a little bit further away to maximize your leverage. And there's a pretty good right hand there. Starting to touch right there. And I like the way he's using that jab to measure that distance.
Taishan said under the tutelage of Buddy McGirt, he's a lot more relaxed. He's improved his balance. Learn more about sitting down on his punches, being more accurate. Here's a left hook by McCrary.
Throwing that as the trainer, I heard the trainer from the corner yelling at him saying Taishan's not bringing his right hand back. McCrary listening to the left hook.
Here's a big right hand by Taishan. He's got McCreary. Gives the ropes as we come under a minute.
That's where you want to see Tyshawn. Again, not get too crazy. Again, that proper punching distance. He doesn't want to get too close and smother himself. I tell you, McCreary's doing a pretty good job of moving his head and getting out of the way of those big right hands.
McCreary's 42 out of Memphis. Here's another right hand that backs up McCreary.
Give me time in a minute, we're gonna big shots. Let me slow it down.
We hit 20 seconds now left here in round one.
Speed. Get out of there.
Right hand misses by McCreary. Well, this broadcast of Golden Boy on Fox, it is brought to you by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina, O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day, and Mexico, live it to believe it.
Everything's good, Doc.
The third member of our broadcast team, the talented Jessica Rosales, joins us now. Jessica?
Hey, Brian. Now, it is a bittersweet night for Randy Caballero, the IBF bantamweight champ. Should have had his first title defense here tonight scheduled as the main event, but he had to withdraw from that due to an injury to his right ankle, and now he's preparing for surgery on Wednesday. He's here tonight and told me that he's had a constant pain in his ankle, but it really intensified during this last training camp where he did not feel 100% confident going into the ring. He had to go to a doctor, followed up with an MRI, and was told he will be having that surgery on Wednesday. It'll be 3 to 4 months before he can train again. He said right now his health is his #1 priority.
All right, Jess, thank you very much. Randy Caballero. Prairie unloads the overhand right and connects. Caballero in the house tonight. Join us a little later on in the broadcast. There's another right hand by McCreary.
Work out of there, guys. Work out.
McCreary took up boxing
Y'all ready to hurt him. Take your time.
about 5 years ago full time. Said he sparred Seam Rockman.
He's a bit overweight, obviously. Got the tie around the belly, but he is seeing a lot of Tyshawn's offense, and Tyshawn is having trouble landing as cleanly as he'd like to. He's getting hit on the shoulders and on the sides, but he's not able to get Tyshawn not able to cook McCreary the way he wants to. And you know what? If he keeps winging these big shots, he may get a little bit tired, so it'll be interesting. Let's see if McCreary can create anything off of that, which is a different question.
Well, one of the things Tyshawn told us is that not only working on his distance, but utilize his jab a lot more and to go to the body some. Something he said he hadn't really done in his first 2 fights.
Yeah, which it can be kind of tricky for a guy who's 7 feet tall because you got to give up your height to go to the body a little bit, so you can't just do it recklessly.
Stop. Back with that jab, boy. Stay busy.
This is the second round. Tyshawn in those gold trunks taking on Roy McCreary.
There you go.
McCreary now trying to utilize his jab.
Time that jab, go right on the top.
Waiting here. Somebody make that first move. It's got to be a smart first move here. I'd like to see Tyshawn use some of those feints. See McCreary use some feints. I'd like to see Tyshawn use some of those feints. Oh. This right hand there.
There's a left to the body. McCreary. There's a left hook.
As Tyshawn will start to develop a little bit more, you can start.
Oh, right hand. And McCreary's knee touches.
7. Hey, you want to continue? Hands up. Walk to it. All right, let's go.
10 seconds.
That Tyshawn wasn't able to lane clean. He was able to lane clean there, though.
Yes, he did. McCreary comes back. of the round.
Tyshawn able to land a good shot. As McCrary was kind of trying to change the angle a little bit. It was an awkward shot. But you saw Tyshawn use a kind of lead left hook to push McCrary into his right hand. And that way he was able to set the trap and land a pretty good right hand to cause a knockdown.
This is the third round we're going for. First time Tyshawn has ever gone 3 rounds. Just the second time for McCrary.
So McCrary recovered well from the knockdown right away. He's been fighting the whole way. It's a good opponent for Tyshawn. He's making him think a little bit too, you know? Tyshawn not able to land just anything he wants to. He's going to have to think his way through it.
McCrary's a guy who's not been knocked out at all.
You see why. He's got some crafty moves.
Yeah.
And when you do hit him, he does take a pretty good shot. Show you how heavy Tyshawn's hand is.
Yes.
That punch was smothered, and he still was able to score a knockdown. And McCrary this time did get up on wobbly legs. Let's see how much of the legs he has left now.
We got about 70 seconds or 80 seconds here left in this round. There's a left hook by Tyshawn.
Move your head. Head movement, boy. A lot of head movement.
McCrary has been down twice in this fight. Under a minute. Left hook by McCrary.
Both starting to throw a little bit wider shots. You see Tyshawn is in a little bit better form. And of course he goes back to the basics of the jab, which you always like to see a fighter at least.
Here's another big right hand, yeah.
Tyshawn doesn't at least lose those fundamentals. He goes back to that jab every time, kind of to reset himself, and you like to see that.
Coming up, the 4th and final round.
Tyshawn was able to score another knockdown that last round, and there's a shot. See, he wasn't able to land cleanly, but it was behind the ear. And a lot of times that affects your equilibrium. And that right hand, even though it was a little bit smothered, goes to show you just how strong Tyshawn is. He was able to land it behind the ear and still cause enough force to get the knockdown.
4th final round for these heavyweights. Tyshawn out of China. McCrary. This is a good fight, good lesson here for Tyshawn, huh?
Yeah, as I said last round, it's a good opponent for Tyshawn. He's crafty. He's making Tyshawn think. He's not just going to hand you the knockout on a platter. He's not going to hand you the big shot on a platter. He's a little bit slick, even though he's a little bit on the rotund side.
That'd be nice, huh? Road work wasn't part of the priority in the camp.
No.
A bit of blood there on the left cheek of Tyshawn.
He's got a cut.
Under 2 minutes left in this fight.
Let that one go, huh?
He did. He's letting him go, but he's wide open when he does.
Tyshawn's looking on the shoulder there, though. Tell you have to get inside that distance of Tyshawn, because Tyshawn used that jab well. And I like the way he uses it defensively as well. If you rush in, he'll just stick out his jab. Again, it's good fundamentals to have. You can add to that. Some good things he's been working on in the gym.
He's giving a lot of that credit. Here's a right hand by McCrary. Buddy McGirt.
Yeah, obviously that's something they work on in the gym and keep those fundamentals down pat.
Another left hook by McCreary. So we go under a minute, and another left hook.
McCreary's been able to land some good shots this round.
Last time McCreary's even tasted victory was June 2013. So it's been quite a while.
Almost 2 weeks ago.
McCreary's a former football player, played in college, played professional, played in the Arena League.
I think McCreary's still trying.
Last 10 seconds here of this fight. Tyshawn, another stiff jab. He misses with that right hand. And that's the fight.
Good choice of opponent.
Matched very well.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of fight where Tyshawn can go back to the gym, he can learn, you know, he got some rounds in. He had to think his way through the fight, but it's a fight that he's going to win. And so that's the best kind of thing. You know, you get an opponent where your prospect can learn, get better from, get rounds from it, and that way you got some stuff you work on in the gym. You know exactly what you got to work on in the gym for next time.
Well, when you look at the heavyweight division, you know, Tyshawn is one who's gotten a lot of media attention, national attention. CNN did a piece on him. He's gotten a lot of recognition and articles written about him in some of the boxing publications just because of the size, the reach, and things of that nature.
Of course, anytime you got a fighter that size, I always going to enjoy that curiosity. But here's a little recap from the fight. You know, McCreary made himself presence in there, at least for Tyshawn. You know, he was throwing wide shots, but Tyshawn, obviously the better fundamentals. You know, a little bit too much in the bag for him at the end of the day. But again, McCreary enough to make Tyshawn think. Tyshawn there set him up nice for that knockdown. He threw that lead left hook, which kind of pushed McCreary into the path of the oncoming right hand. So it was nicely set up knockdown. The next round shows you a little bit of a glimpse into Tyshawn's power, where he's not even landing cleanly and not even getting the full distance on the right hand, but he was still able to land it with enough force despite being smothered. So he had a knockdown.
As we take a look at the final punch stats, Tyshawn landed just 20% of his punches, and McCreary 24%. Tyshawn landed 43, threw over 200. McCreary over 130. He landed 32 of those punches. Next step for Tyshawn.
Hey, you just keep seeing him try to keep improving. You know, these are the kind of opponents he needs. Guys that can make him think in the last few rounds, and you know, hopefully he continue to develop up the ladder, and he can be entertaining. People will always be curious.
Well, let's find out who won this fight. The judges